Bonjour tout le monde, hey, tous les enfants. Sorry, that was a bit pretentious. Hello, good evening, and welcome. Well, here we are. Well, here we are once more, my friends, off on another armchair adventure on another lovely, sunny South Coast day. Today I am heading down to the Booderee National Park to do a follow-up to last week's video when I went to Murray's Beach and Green Patch. I promised you a look at the park in between those two locations, and that's precisely what we're doing today. So we're going to have a little look at Hole in the Wall Beach, which is probably one of the most underrated beaches in Booderee, I reckon. We're also going to head down to Scottish Rocks and Bristol Point. So let's do it. Everybody to Hole in the Wall Beach. It's a really lovely warm day here today. I think it's getting up to about 29 degrees. This is the last stop before you get to Murray's Beach, which was the subject of last week's video. And this particular beach, it's about a 400-meter walk down a bush track, which you can just see the entrance to just over my shoulder. So I'm going to load up with the camera gear and go down and show off Hole in the Wall. If you've been to some of the other beaches here and you found them a bit too busy for your liking, then Hole in the Wall is definitely excellent choice to visit, because it's about a 400-meter walk down this little bush track, which you can see behind me. People just don't tend to come down here so much. I don't know why, because it's such a lovely spot, but you know, suits me. Their loss, our gain. So over in the distance there, you can see the hole in the wall that this beach is named after. It's actually more of a kind of a tooth in the wall now, because the arch where that gap is collapsed about 20 years ago. Nobody's quite sure when. So to give you your bearings, that's looking north towards the Murray's Beach boat ramp. If you walk round the headland there, the next place you come to is Murray's boat ramp. Down that away, over off in the distance, you can see Green Patch and Iluka, which is where last week's video ended. And in between the two is Bristol Point and Scottish Rocks, and we'll be calling in at both of those later on today. Here we are at the actual hole in the wall, and yes, it is every bit as idyllic here as it looks. Right at this very moment, I guarantee you there are hundreds of people on Hackintosh Beach, which is that away. If you're looking for a supremely family-friendly location in Jervis Bay, I can heartily recommend Hole in the Wall Beach. It's absolutely pristine. There's a little bit of wind out on the bay today, but it's nice and sheltered here. Other locations, for instance Hackintosh Beach over there, that's going to be copping a fair bit of wind. The water here is absolutely crystal clear. It's calm as anything. All the posh yachts come in here and moor overnight at this amazing location. So pay it a visit, bring your esky and a sun lounger and maybe a few cold ones, and enjoy a little bit of time down in this amazing serenity here in Booderee, a hole in the wall.
little bit further around the bay now, and you can see the water's a bit choppier. The wind hasn't picked up, it's just that this particular location here at Scottish Rocks is a bit more exposed. It's not as tucked away, it's not sheltered by the Murray Beach boat ramp like Hole in the Wall is, but it's still pretty bloody nice, isn't it? So these are the Scottish Rocks in question. Back round there, that's Hole in the Wall where we just came from. And there's this little spit and rock formations down here. So I've had to bump up the schedule a little bit because we've got this rather ominous looking storm cloud that's developing overhead, and I want to get down to Bristol Point before or if that dumps its payload on the bay. Little piece of trivia for you guys. This is the location of a bikini photo shoot by a lady called Kim Kardashian. Well guys, that brings us to the end of this episode of The Armchair Adventurer. I've had a terrific morning down here in Booderee National Park, exploring Hole in the Wall Beach and Scottish Rocks, and just down here at Bristol Point.
Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more adventures in and around South Coast New South Wales. Thanks guys.